boxing fans, um, anyone who's interested in boxing, uh, I definitely want to talk about this Boots fight last night. I was very disappointed in how Boots performed. He is my favorite fighter. I enjoy watching him more than any other fighter. But I always got to keep it real. Like I've said many a times before, I don't care if you're my favorite fighter. I will critique and I will criticize you only because I want to see you do better. I want to see you do good. You know what I'm saying? And that fight last night had my damn heart racing. You know, I get all into the fights, and it's like my brother's out there fighting or something, or my son. I take it that seriously, but I was definitely disappointed in the way he performed. And there's various reasons. I think he performed the way he performed. I don't want to give any excuses. You got a lot of these clowns out there, and we're going to talk about them definitely. A lot of clowns out there talking crazy. We definitely going to talk about them. But first and foremost, the game plan going in. It just seems like in his last two fights, being at home, fighting in front of his hometown folks, he's trying to force a knockout. And what is one of the main things they say in boxing? Anytime you go looking for a knockout, you never get it. So you're never going to get a knockout looking for a knockout. It just don't happen, man. You got to set everything up. You fight your fight, and if the knockout comes, it comes. And you're going to look way better fighting that way because you're not going to be forcing things. You're not going to be throwing wide punches. You're not going to be throwing caution to the wind. You're not going to just be lunging in, just doing a bunch of wild shit that's going to get you caught, getting hit with clean punches. And these are all the things that happened in Boots last night. Getting hit with clean punches, like shit he should easily get out the way of. But he trying to get the knockout so bad that he just going in there and throwing cautions to the wind. Just throwing combinations for no reason. Not setting anything up. It's almost like he's just trying to just be a pressure fighter. And that's not who he is. That's not who he is. But he's fighting in front of the hometown folks. You know how Philadelphia is. They ain't fucking around out there. They're very critical of everything that you do. And there's a lot of pressure fighting out there. And I don't think that Boots handles it real good in either fight. He's trying to force the knockout. Now, when he fought Roman Villa, right? Hey, what's going on, Dominic? When he fought Roman Villa, right? When he fought Roman Villa, let's keep it 100. He looked beautiful, but he wasn't trying to force the knockout. He just set everything up, was cool under pressure, didn't even trip, fought his fight, and at the end, he ended up knocking him out. That's all he had to do with Chukachan. That's all he had to do. That's it. That's all he had to do. If he would have did that, he would have been fine. That's it. But he chose to just go in there and throw a whole bunch of punches and not set up anything. 12 rounds. Are you I'm not sure what you're saying. It looks like it's in Spanish. You gotta speak in English for me. Um, Carmen. The groans are knocking on my door again. But yeah. But when he fought Roman Villa, he fought beautifully. When he fought what's the guy name? Custio Clayton. Beautiful, beautiful. Didn't rush anything, set everything up, knocked the guy out. No problem. No problem. That's all he has to do. He has too much talent. Picking up the studio, like, gee, bro, he's speaking facts. Yeah, he has exactly. Yeah, all facts. He has too much talent, way too much talent to be fighting, just throwing balls to the wind, just going out there, just throwing punches, just trying to force a knockout. That man, come on, man, you way too talented to fight. You can fight both ways. You got quick feet, you got fast hands. You got way too much talent to just go in there and just allow guys just to get free punches on you. It just didn't make any sense. And I'm gonna tell you another thing. I'm gonna keep it 100. And I fuck with his dad, Bozy. I think he's a good dude. But at the end of the day, man, he was saying dumb shit to him. Oh man, what round is this? Seventh round? Ah man, go in there and knock that guy out, man. Just go in there and knock him out. I'm like, man, this guy ain't the easiest guy to knock out. He clearly came to fight. From the first round, I could tell. I'm like, oh shit, This motherfucker ain't coming to run today. He is not going to run today. He's finna come to whoop your ass. He wasn't fucking around, man. He was serious. You could tell he really trained hard. He was not playing. He really came to win. And I could see it from the first round. And you see Boots, he over in the corner, he's looking at the people in the crowd. He's complaining to the referee about holding and this and that. Bro, focus on this motherfucker in front of you. There's so many times that Boots was like just being lazy on the clinch because he was getting frustrated and dude could have easily just took off on him. He lucky, man. He really lucky that it wasn't one of these other motherfuckers that would have went here and stole one. Protect yourself at all times. You so frustrated with him that you're just leaving yourself open in the clinches. Why are you doing that? Because you're so worried about the crowd and everybody else instead of that motherfucker in the ring that's hitting you in your damn jaw, that's busting you up. You need to focus on him. And your dad just telling you, man, go out there and knock him out. You ain't telling him what he needs to do. He needs to be under control. He needs to calm down. He needs to relax. He needs to look at what's going on. You know, here's what you could do. You got a jab here. You throw right hand over top of here. You know, instructions. He just telling him go knock him out. Man, you sound stupid. Can't you see that that's not what's happening? And you need to give him some direction. But I even think his dad was letting the crowd get to him. It seemed like he was getting instructions from the crowd. It was bad, man. It was a bad performance. It was a bad performance. And even with a bad performance, Boots still clearly won the fight. Just think about that. Even with a terrible performance, which is what it was. Let's just keep it 100. He looked so sloppy at the end of the fight. Sloppy. Just completely sloppy. He just fell apart at the end. He fell apart. And he still clearly won the fight. That's how talented he is. So don't force the knockout, man. We all know you got power. But everybody, you can't knock out everybody. You've knocked out most people. Your record looks beautiful. 33-0 now with 29 knockouts. Damn, that's hell of a good. But it's only going to get harder. These fighters are going to be better. They're going to take shots better. They're going to be a lot harder to hit. You know, you're going to have to be on top of your shit. You want to know why they move viewers? Bro, you got to be crazy. No, that's my G. Man, for real. Appreciate it. Yeah. Come on, man. I mean, you got to think about what the fuck you doing in there. I don't give a fuck about the crowd. I'm glad y'all came. Thank you. But nigga, right now, I'm listening to my dad, and even he was on some bullshit. So at this point, I feel like I'm out there on my own. So, you know, he been around boxing since he was a kid. He know what's up. Calm down. Relax. He needs to relax, bro. It's just been a curse to me, him going back home and fighting in front of his home folks. It's been a curse. Some people can handle it. Now, Terence Crawford, when he goes back home, he whoops ass. He handles it wonderfully. Boots hasn't been able to handle it right. And then some of his answers and some of the things he's saying, I'm like, dude, nobody is saying you're out there just throwing punches, bro. You look crazy out there. And these last two fights, that's what you've been doing. And there's no need for it. There's no need for it. So now everybody's coming out. All these people think they can beat Boots now. So now, you know, you may get what you want. All of these guys now, they really don't think they can beat you now. And if you keep fighting like that, they will. Not because they better than you, because you're fighting a dumbass fight. Period. You said you felt great before the fight. Now you're saying you need to go to 54. Which one is it? You should know how you felt before the fight. You should know how you felt when you was cutting weight. He's a big dude. Yeah, maybe he do need to go to 54 and he'll look a lot better. But if he goes to 54 and he continues to fight like that, he's going to get knocked the fuck out. And that hurts my heart to say it, but I got to keep it 100. He going to get clocked. And he going to go to fuck to sleep. He is. He going to go to sleep. I'm just keeping it 100. He better clean that shit up. Now, if he get back to fighting the way I know he can fight, then, hey, he going to whoop a lot of ass at 54. I still believe in him. I ain't giving up on him. I ain't one of them motherfuckers going to turn my back on him. But I'm going to tell him, you know, I'm going to speak my mind on what I see. And that ain't going to cut it. I didn't like how he fought against David Amanesian. Was not impressed with him in that fight either. Feel like he's just rushing everything. Just rushing. He's just rushing everything, bro. That's not how boxing works, bro. You can't do that, man. These motherfuckers are skilled fighters, man. These motherfuckers are trained fighters. And I'm gonna tell you something, Chuka-chan is a motherfucking good ass fighter. And you got these people out here talking down about him like, oh, look what Chuka-chan did. People like Blair Flair, he coming into the press conference saying this and that. I guarantee you can't beat Chuka-chan. And Blair Flair, it's funny because he act like he didn't get knocked out a few fights ago. He act like people forgot about that. He think being Adrian Broner means that he's supposed to get all the top names now. He beat a washed up Adrian Broner who been done with boxing. Been done with boxing. That's who you beat. And you think now all of a sudden you deserve all the big names because you beat Adrian Broner, a 35, 36-year-old Adrian Broner who was flabby when you fought him. And you still didn't knock him out. You knocked him down, you knocked his tooth out, great. But you still didn't knock him out. And he's done. He's fighting for money. Clearly. He's fighting for money. But everybody's gonna, gloat over it now. Chuka-chan is a fucking problem. I'll tell you that right now. I promise you. He's about to get some of these other names too. We're going to find out how good everybody really is around here. Because we might find out Chuka-chan might be the second best welterweight in the division. We might find that out. Because from what I seen last night, that motherfucker can fight. He's strong. He has great endurance, I believe. His feet are fast. His feet are incredible. Elite feet. Elite. He can leap in with left hooks like slick fighters. Like Floyd Mayweather's type shit. That left hook he hit him with, that was like some Floyd Mayweather shit. Shit he hit with Corrales with. That shit was clean. I don't think Boots should have got hit with that shit, but it was clean. It was fast. That dude can fight. You got Brian Norman Sr., he getting out here, he talking crazy. I told y'all don't think I look so crazy now. No, we think you look even crazier. You look even more foolish. Because if that's how Boots was going to fight, that was your only chance to ever beat him anyway. You better beat Boots right now when he's fighting like that. Because if he goes back to looking the way he normally look, he going to wash your son easy. And don't act like your son wasn't knocked out by a journeyman. Let's not act like that didn't happen either. Don't act like we didn't see that neither. When he was on the ground, hurt like a motherfucker by a journeyman. Come on, Brian Norman. If he's that easy, why you didn't take the fight? That was a lot of money. But you get these clowns, they come out, and now all of a sudden they want to get shine off of somebody else's performance. Not his son's performance, somebody else. When your son was offered to fight before him, when he could have easily fought him before Chuka-chan, you decided it wasn't enough money. And now you're trying to get shine off of Chuka-chan's performance. Clown shit. I don't even understand this type of behavior from grown men on here gloating over another man doing something your son didn't do. You trying to take credit for it. This shit, man, you can't make this shit up. Gloating over it. But Boots is still going to come back, and I think he going to get it together, and he going to be better. Do we need to move to 154? I don't know, man. I don't know. If you ask me, I'm going to say yeah. For what I'm hearing, he'd be walking around 180, 185. He's young. He's getting older a little bit now. But he's like 26, 27. Yeah, it may be time, man. It may be time, And that could have been part of the problem. Cutting weight is hard, bro. And people don't understand that shit. Cutting weight is hard. It ain't easy. When you a big boy like he is, fighting that welterweight, yeah, he's huge for a welterweight. Huge. So, yeah, maybe that would be better for him. But at the end of the day, if he don't correct some of his even some of his technical shit, I was looking at, I was like, damn, dog, I don't even like this shit. This boxing, this fucking form of defense, I'm not a fan of that shit. I'm not a fan of that shit, man. I don't like it. So if you ask me, I think it's time for him to look into bringing someone else into camp. I'm not going to say get rid of his dad, because I think his dad is somebody that he looks up to and he's definitely not going to get rid of. But I do think, what you think about Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson, I think it's a joke. Also, I would like to see Boots versus Crawford. I definitely would like to see Boots versus Crawford, but not until I see Boots at 154. When I see him at 154, if he fights somebody pretty good, maybe like a Lubin or something, and he looks really good and beats somebody like that, then I would say let's do a Crawford fight. But after watching that shit, I'd be too scared. I ain't gonna even lie. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But the Jake Paul and Mike Tyson shit, uh, I definitely think it's some bullshit. Exactly what you said. I'm cool on that shit. I don't even want to see it. Of course, I want Mike Tyson to knock this motherfucker out. But fighting a 58-year-old man, I'm not. No, no, no. If Mike Tyson don't get him in the first round, I think he's done. Maybe second round. If he definitely don't get him there, he's gonna be done. You know, and that's just some goofy shit. I'm not. Are you Muslim? Do you? It says I am Muslim. Do you want to tell me? Facts me. Yeah, that shit is all. I'm not Muslim, but yeah, yeah. Jake Paul shit. I don't want to see that Mike Tyson shit. I'm sorry. That shit is some bullshit. It is. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? Please, Mike Tyson, knock this motherfucker out though, so we can get this clown shit out of boxing. I'm so tired of it. I'm a purist, man. Boxing, man. Real fighters, bro. Not a fan of this bullshit. Fighting basketball players and UFC guys and all that shit. Shit's stupid, man. Stupid shit. No, fight a real fighter. You know what I'm saying? And when you did, you lost. You lost to Tommy Fury, and he's trash. Trash, 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 trash. But he's a real fighter, and you lost to him still. So, I don't even want to. And this is going to go on Mike Tyson's record. Like, Mike, come on, man. Mike Tyson can have a loss against somebody named Jake Paul, who's a YouTuber. Nah, I don't know. I do not know. Mm-mm. Uh, yeah, so I'm not a fan of that shit at all, man. They can throw that shit to the motherfucking birds. But yeah, Boots. Man, man. But I like what Crawford said. I thought Crawford, instead of, piling on, he gave him words of encouragement. I think he told him some real shit. For those who didn't see it, get a chance to check it out. He just told him, man, one slip up. That's all it takes, man. And he's right. He's right. And Crawford has always been on point. You know what I'm saying? Crawford always comes in prepared, ready to go, in shape, and composed. And composed and not rushing anything. That's why he's one of the greatest finishers ever in boxing, ever. Terrence Crawford, always composed. And when he gets you hurt, you're out of there. It's over. It's over. One of the greatest finishers ever. But I love his words. Uh, I hope Boots, reads it and takes into consideration some of the things he said and go from there. Canelo, pound for pound, do you think PED situation has tarnished his legacy? Great question, John. Um, Anytime you get popped for PEDs, I think it tarnishes your legacy in some way. Yeah, I do. Is he pound for pound? Of course. Yes, he's pound for pound. He on some bullshit though right now. He on some straight bullshit. You know why? Because he just don't want to fight the top guys. He just want to get paychecks now. So he's just fighting the B level, B, C plus, B minus fighters, and he has no interest in fighting the top dogs in his weight class. So at this point, no, I don't respect what he's doing now, but is he still a pound for pound fighter? Yeah. I mean, I guess. Yeah, that's a hell of a question. Yeah and no. From what he did in the past, yes. And he's still a good fighter. I don't think he's what he used to be for definitely not that no more, but he's he's definitely a Hall of Famer. And, even after the PED situation, he still has went on to do great things in boxing, right? Even after the PED situation. So I definitely have to give him his props on that. Yeah. But lately I've not been a fan of Canelo because he on some bullshit. Win or lose, you fight against Benavidez. People always say, well, he's earned the right not to fight people. I don't believe in that. You ain't never earned the right not to fight the top dogs. If you in boxing, you had the belts, you should fight the guys we want to see you fight. We're paying our hard-earned money. Another question, do you think Saudis are changing the boxing for the better? I definitely think they're changing the boxing for the better. Thank you for the questions. I love all the questions that you're coming with. Great, great questions, John. Love them. Definitely, I love how the Saudis are coming in and doing what they're doing with boxing. And now you're seeing all these upsets. You know why? Because we actually getting the fights. We actually are getting the fights that we want to see. Yeah. So great for boxing, and now you throw enough money at people, they ain't scared to lose their own, you know? All this, I'm scared to lose my old shit. I'm not a fan of that shit. It's okay, man. If you lose, it's okay. But you know, social media and Mayweather mess so many things up. If they lose, it feel like the end of the world. Like it's not. It's all right. If Terrence Crawford loses to Boots, that's not. Boots loses to Terrence Crawford. I'm not mad. I mean, it's okay. He lost to a great fighter. But we got to find out who's the best. And the Saudis are putting the money up, and they putting people really like we gonna find out who really about that. That's what we finding out. We find out who really about that shit. You know, because when you start seeing these numbers and people not taking these fights, we gonna start finding out. Oh, okay, you talk that shit, but you really wasn't about it like that. You know, the moment of truth is coming for Tank. Saudi's already trying to talk to him about a big fight. Come on, man. There's a lot of money out here. You said you're trying to get as much as you can so you never have to come back to this shit. All right. Them Saudis got big money. It's time to get in there with some real ones. I'm sorry. I'm a fan. I love Tank. Bad motherfucker. It says, are you a boxer, trainer? You getting like motherfucker? Nah, man. I just been boxing. I just been watching boxing for a very, very long time. Since the '80s when I was a little kid, and I love boxing, man. I love boxing. I mean, I love this shit so much. It's crazy, bro. So, yeah, I'm a big fan of boxing. Favorite sport, love it. So yeah, and I keep it 100, man. Like I said, I'd be a fan of yours. I don't care. I don't care nothing about that. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna speak what I see. You know, and that's it. But yeah, a lot of these fighters, man, the Saudis, yeah, we gonna find out who really won. That's what I'm saying. He talking 200 million with the fight Benavidez, but Benavidez is a nobody. When I hear that shit, I'm like, if he a nobody, how in the hell you think you deserve 200 million? And why do you want 200 million for a nobody? Come on, man, that don't even make sense. When Canelo say shit like that, I'm like, nigga, what are you talking about? Doesn't make sense. If he's a somebody, maybe you can get 200 million, but he's a nobody, so you can't expect to get 200 million. Right? That's what you said. You said he's a nobody. You messing up your own money. You messing up your own argument. He's just coming in big. So what? You will fought at 175 twice. What are you worried about size for? You beat plenty of bigger guys. You knocked out Kovalev. You can do it. If he's a nobody, size shouldn't really matter. Are you waiting for Diddy's fight too? No. 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 Definitely. But yeah. Crazy stuff. Another thing is I want to talk about is, are you sure he's going to lose big? We'll see. We'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens. Um, you know, I don't know about that situation. I'm here to talk boxing, not about Diddy. Uh, Bam Rodriguez. Bam Rodriguez, man. I think he's just a hell of a fighter. A hell of a fighter. I think we aren't talking about him enough. That dude looked incredible last night. Good Lord have mercy. Bam Rodriguez is a bad motherfucker. He's definitely like my third favorite fighter to watch right now. I'll say third. Tank, Boots, and him. My favorite fighters to watch. I'm just saying watch. And then I'll probably say Inoue would be fourth. But man, Bam Rodriguez is a problem. Boy, him against Inoue would be crazy. Wow, I know he's bigger than I know. No, Inoue is bigger. I know he's in a different weight class. I'm just saying. They kind of close. I would have loved to see them two fight each other. Hopefully, at some point, we will get to see that fight. I doubt it, but, there is rumors about it possibly happening in a few years. Possibly. But Bam looks incredible, bro. It's going to take somebody like Inoue to beat him. I believe that it's going to take one hell of a fighter. Hopefully, we get to see him fight Chocolatito. If we do, I definitely would look forward to seeing that fight, even though I think Chocolatito is pretty much done. But, hey, knock off another legend, get them all out of there. And, we got a superstar here with Bam Rodriguez. I think a lot of people don't know about him yet, but, man, tune in. If you haven't seen Bam Rodriguez, go watch that man fight. He is incredible. Incredible. And he looked magnificent last night. Magnificent, boy. The way he hit them angles, his combination punches, his ring IQ, everything about the man. He's always in shape and he's thinking all the time, but at the same time, he's not wasting any punches and he is on your ass. And he's just incredibly talented, super talented. Um, I think he's definitely going to be one of the top pound for pound guys. I mean, he's already there right now, but he may be number one very soon. If he get the right fights, he's really that good. But yeah, man, a lot of great fights. Um, Last night, Shakur Stevenson's well, I think it was his cousin. His cousin, man, he looked like he gonna be a problem. Boy, he looked hella good, hell of a fighter. Definitely, he's gonna be super good. No question about it. Looked like Shakur Stevenson to me. Very hard to hit, very fast with his feet. Yeah, yeah, he's gonna be a problem out of my fight. Paul, was the fight canceled? I don't think the fight was canceled. I do not think the fight was canceled. I haven't heard anything about that. I'm pretty in tune with the boxing news unless something just recently happened. But I know there's some false rumors out there about Mike Tyson pulling out. But from what I know, as of right now, that fight is going to happen. Uh, and we'll see what happens. It seems like a lot of people are looking forward to seeing that. I'm not looking forward to seeing Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul. I am not. I am not. I'm going to look at it. I'm not going to lie. Just because I love boxing, I grew up watching Mike Tyson. I love Mike Tyson, but I'm scared. I'm scared, bro. I don't want to see Mike Tyson lose to a YouTuber. I don't, man. I don't. I don't give a fuck if he's 100. I don't want to see him in the ring no more. I don't. I love watching Mike Tyson when he was fighting in his fighting days, but that shit is over with. Let it go. Let it go, bro. It's okay. You had your time. I don't like the decision for him to go ahead and fight him. And if he says this is not going to change his life financially, which I think is bullshit, I don't think it's going to change his life. Let me kind of say that. But, you never got too much money. So they must have threw a lot of money at him for him to take this fight. Um, but I'm just scared he's going to get knocked out, bro. I just don't think 58, bro. It's time to eat. You be smoking smoking mushrooms and all kind of shit, man. Smoking weed and stuff like that. And then like, I'm like, nah, bro. It ain't like you've been living a healthy life after your boxing career. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure you was going hard while you was fighting too. So, no, bro. No, you need to hang it up. And so many people are going to tune in to watch this shit. And I'm not a fan of it at all. I want to see real fighters fighting against each other. Period, point blank. And I want to see my legends retired. I don't want to see Roy Jones fight no more. I want to see none of my fighters. I was seeing Michael Nunn the other day fighting against somebody. He's like 52, 53 or some shit. And I'm like, man, just looking flabby and crazy. And I'm like, man, I don't want to see Michael Nunn in the ring like this. It's crazy. You know? At least he was fighting another old man, though. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I guess so. But it was like not even a real fighter. So, no. This shit is crazy. James Toney fought against Razor Ruddock. I was just like, oh my God. I don't know. Not for me, bro. I don't want to see any of that stuff. But anyway, man, that's my time, man. I enjoyed the conversation. Appreciate you, John. Uh, I'm not sure the other guy who chimed in and had a couple questions. Appreciate y'all asking some questions and things like that, man. I'll get on here again and we'll talk some boxing another time. All right, I'm out.